crab cakes today on the Cajun Cooks. Welcome to the Cajun Cooks. I'm Warren Richard and I'm the Cajun Cook. And today I'm going to make one of my favorite dishes, crab cakes. Now when I grew up in Louisiana, crab cakes or crab patties or boulettes were usually fried, deep fried. And when I moved up here, I adopted a different method of pan frying and then baking in the oven. So my crab cakes won't quite be the Louisiana style or the Southern Cajun style. There will be a Cajun twist, as you find out, but they're going to be delicious nonetheless. So let's go to the kitchen and let's start cooking. Welcome to the kitchen and let's start cooking crab cakes. I'm looking forward to this. So here are my ingredients here. So I have a pound of crab meat, I have a half pound of jumbo lump crab meat, and then a half pound of lump crab meat. You don't want to use claw meat. And then I'm going to season that up with salt and pepper. I'm going to throw in some parsley. Here's my Cajun twist, my own Cajun spice mix, and I promise one day I will do a show on this. So I'm going to season this up, and then I'm going to stir in a dressing that will include a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, a half of a lemon that I've juiced, about a teaspoon of grain mustard, a drop or two of some hot sauce, and a drop of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to whisk that up, and I'm going to pour this into the crab mixture. I'm going to pull it together with my beaten egg and some breadcrumbs, and then it's going to chill in the refrigerator and set for 1 hour. And that's the longest part. The rest of it only takes about 15 minutes. I'm doing this on the stove and in the oven, so it won't take us long at all. So let's get started. And I'm going to start seasoning my crab meat. So, I like sea salt, whatever salt you like to use. And I'm not going to overly spice this. Crab meat's very delicate and it should shine, really. So, and I also want to preserve, notice I'm using a plastic spatula. I want to preserve my lumps as much as possible. More salt, and that should do it. And then I'm going to crack in some pepper. Time to go Cajun. Pinch of my spice mix. Give it a little bit of kick. And let's see, a sprinkle of parsley, maybe a little more. That should do it. Finely chopped. You want to cut that real fine. All right, I'm just going to give this a gentle mix. I'm not going to stir it too much. And you know what? Why not a more of the Cajun spice? All right. Now, let's make up our dressing for the crab cakes. So I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And now you can just eyeball these ingredients, and you can do the same for your own taste. But since I'm educating or presenting my recipe, I'm being more scientific than I normally am. All right, I've got in my grain mustard here. 1/2 of a juiced lemon. And I'm going to also put in a crack of pepper. Pinch of sea salt. Give this a shake. 1 drop, 2 drops of hot sauce. Drop or 2 of Worcestershire. And let's give that a stir. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. right, and another gentle mix. And at this point, you could even serve this as a crab salad over Bibb lettuce. Wouldn't that be nice? And I forgot to mention, at the end of the show, we're going to pair with some local wines. So you want to stay tuned. All right, so now I'm going to put in my beaten egg. And we're putting this in because we want to form patties. And we want to make certain that holds together. And then I'm going to eyeball my breadcrumbs. I normally use panko, but I made a mistake and picked up plain old breadcrumbs. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to use a lot of that. I don't like a lot of filler, but a little bit's okay. All right, I'm going to say that's enough. All right, so now I'm going to fold my ingredients together very gently. I want those lumps to stay together as much as possible. Now at this point, you don't have a crab salad with all this raw egg. I don't think we want to get people sick for dinner. That wouldn't be nice. All right, I think this is going to be enough. All right, so I'm going to smooth that down a bit. Now I'm going to cover this, put it in the fridge for about an hour, and they'll be ready to form into patties, and I'll lightly dust them with some breadcrumbs and start them off on the stove and finish in the oven. So I'm going to maybe watch a match on the tennis channel, see who's playing some tennis, let this rest in the fridge for about an hour, and then I might even start on some sides to serve with this. So let's check back later on. Welcome back to the kitchen. So let's make the crab cakes. So I've taken the mixture of crab meat and my seasonings out of the refrigerator. I'm going to use a 1/2 cup measure and scoop this out. And form a ball. And I'm going to lightly coat these or dust these with breadcrumbs. And I should get 5 to 6 crab cakes from a pound of crab meat. So meet me back in a couple of minutes when I'm ready to put these in the skillet, and I'll keep making the crab cakes. I have 5 crab cakes ready to go into the pan, and I've heated up some grapeseed oil, and these will go in 3 minutes on each side, and then 10 minutes in a 375-degree oven. Okay, so I've pan fried my crab cakes in my skillet, about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and I've lightly sprayed my my pan first. So now they're going in a 375-degree oven for about 10 minutes. See you soon. So now we're in the dining room. Crab cakes are on the plate, and I've been cooking some sides along the way. I made some rice pilaf and some sauteed squash, fresh from the farmer's market. You can go any direction with sides, but this is what I'm having. I also made some tartar sauce, and of course, a spritz of lemon on the crab cakes. Gives us this nice citrus addition to the plate here. So let's talk about wines. And we're all about local wines on the Cajun Cooks. So sparkling wines are always a choice, and this is not a traditional sparkling wine. This is a Pétillant Naturel. I think I'm saying it correctly, or Pet Nat. We call it Pet Nat. Anyway, these are soft, fizzy, easy to drink, and especially if you're going with the crab salad version of this, even with the crab cakes, especially if it's in the afternoon, you're having this for lunch, Pet Nat's the way to go. I'm all about Chardonnay, and so we have here Chatham Vineyards Church Creek Steel Chardonnay. This is Chardonnay that is done in stainless steel, so it's not an oak, and in fact, I'm having a sip of that now. And to make things easier, screw cap. If you're like me though, I like a heavier body Chardonnay. Stainless steel is perfect. And that's certainly an option for those who really don't like an oakier feel. And on a hot day, steel is the way to go. China Vineyards also makes an oaked Chardonnay that would pair quite well with crab cakes and the sides that I have prepared. And Viognier is a grape that is very popular in Virginia. And here we have the 2020 Viognier from Pyramid Cellars. This has the same kind of body and mouth feel as maybe the oaked Chardonnay, but with a lot of tropical characteristics. So this might be a fun wine to put on the dinner table, especially for those who aren't familiar with the Viognier grape. All right, so might be a good idea to throw all of these on the dinner table if you're having friends over. Have folks decide for themselves. I am hungry. So I'm going to have some crab cakes with a glass of something, probably the Chardonnays. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up, give us a like, and subscribe. The Cajun Cook has cooked crab cakes. So go ahead, try these crab cakes. Let me know what you think. Cheers from the Cajun Cooks.